it's been a little while. So, for those of you out there that did watch the previous video that's gone now, since I deleted it, I'm fine. Didn't get to spend the weekend with my children like I was supposed to. However, I did get to spend Sunday pretty much the whole day with them, which was great. Had a blast. Watched Ice Age 3, Addams Family, the movie, and other stuff. So had a really good time. New background behind me, though, with this being in black and white and having a very limited light source, you're probably not going to be able to tell all that much. Pardon me. So I have moved from Denton to Arlington, and this is where I will reside for the next few months. The plan, I'm transferring locations for work. Plan is to save up money, buy a car, and then save up money for rent for my own place. So keep your fingers crossed. Website design business has kind of picked up. Done a couple here lately, which is really cool. If any of you have any catering needs, it is www.fireandsteelcatering.com. And for those of you who like poetry, and not your typical poetry, this is I don't know, I guess I would almost describe Max as the angry poet, though I'm sure someone already has that title. But go to www.contagionpublishing.net and you can check out all this stuff there. It's really cool. Got this stuff again, this cough. So I gotta figure out how to fix that. But anyway, besides the point. So yeah, things are kind of going. I'm still strapped for cash, as is well, it's par for the course. Recently saw a few movies. I watched G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra. Yeah, not not so good. I mean, I went in with low expectations, and man, it's just, I don't know, it was missing something. I thought the coolest part was going to be the Snake Eyes versus Storm Shadow thing. And then one look at the costume for Snake Eyes with the molded face on it, like it's supposed to be rubber. It just, I don't know, it's like he's wearing a big rubber suit with black military issue pants and boots. It just didn't work. So, and of course, Cobra Commander, whatever. I had to say that the Baroness was a very interesting character. Really liked her. I liked Scarlet. And, I mean, not only did I like their characters, but they were pretty nice to look at on screen as well. Destro was a cool character. Other than that, no, not so much. Not so much. There was a really cool fight scene, and spoiler alert, Kid Snake Eyes versus Kid Storm Shadow. Man, that was awesome. That was really cool. I still say, though, put my daughter in there with a sword and she would have kicked both of their asses. But hey, yeah. I'll throw my son in there too, and my kids would have kicked their asses all over the place. So they're awesome. So yeah, with all this moving and such, I'm of course behind on projects. Got an update to do. I still have a pretty big update to do, or the finish on my Alumni Association's website. So I gotta get that done. And I have yet to get my graphic art out there on the net for sale. So I do that. So this week, I'm really hoping to get a new website put up that's all my web design services and my graphic art, where people can purchase it, whatever, and all that. So we'll see what happens. Keep your fingers crossed. Not a whole lot else going on. Damn. There was something that really struck me earlier today, and I have yet to sit down and do this tonight. Maybe one of these things that I do tomorrow. But I was looking at my children and just how they interact and the love that they have for one another and how they take care of each other and so on and so forth. And hey, it kind of inspired me to write something like some poetry. But still working on it in my head before I put it down on paper. That's the way I do things. I work everything out in my head first before I start on anything, permanent, paper, or be it web design or my graphic art, writing, whatever. So back when doing the comic books, the stories, I could go and map out a 12-issue story arc from start to finish, all the fine details, before I even had it on paper. I had everything in my head, dialogue, and it came out exactly on paper. So I could interconnect stories from other books and everything, and keep the continuity straight in my head. So it's just something I've always been able to do. Let's see, obviously, like I said, I've been watching some movies, been watching some TV, Penn and Teller's bullshit. I had watched a couple episodes here and there, and now I'm just watching every episode. I'm really hooked on that now. And I'm looking forward to September 27th because Californication and Dexter will be back. Looking forward to that. I only have a few weeks left of Weeds, another show that I got hooked on. And going back for kind of some inspiration, I actually downloaded The Joy of Painting Season 18, with Bob Ross. I mean, if you've never heard of Bob Ross, then where have you been? A lot of technique that I kind of taught myself. In a way, I was taught by Bob Ross. I was watching Joy of Painting back when it was William Alexander's show. And then Bob Ross took over for him, and then William Alexander eventually came out of retirement and did The Joy of Oil Painting. Which wasn't the same. His show was set outdoors, and so the lighting was really bad, really hard to see what he was doing, and his accent was so, I guess, thick. It was very hard to understand what he was saying, especially as he was getting older. But Bob Ross, man, incredible. And I made one of those connections while I was watching an episode. He was talking about always working in layers, and that in graphic art, that's what we do. Graphic artists, we work in layers, and it was one of those things that kind of shut up full circle. But anyway, I'm running out of time, so see you later. Peace, rock on.